Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Norn9 Var Commons. We are on Ron and Nanami's path. And in the last episode, we got a taste of some of Ron's sadistic side. See, I kind of like the bad boy type character, so I kind of like that he was I kind of liked his asserting his dominance kind of thing, although he didn't actually go too far, you know. I mean, I don't condone his actions really, but he didn't do something irreparable or anything. So yeah, I actually kind of like him better after that because, you know, he's established himself as this sexy bad boy character that I'm starting to like some. Which I know it's bad. I feel like a bad person saying that, but I do. I just please don't hate me. All right, well, let's get back into things. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story.
Morning. You're awake early. Yeah, don't look so well. Are you okay? Were you able to get some sleep?
How could I possibly fall asleep knowing that you're close by?
I see. No, I feel kind of bad. Well, unfortunately, looks like our clothes are all dry now, so let's just head on back.
Did you just say, unfortunately?
No. Oh, and it stopped raining too. Well, let's go back. Which way to the ship again?
Not that way, this way.
What? That way?
No, if you don't know where you're going, then don't try to lead. Just follow me.
I feel like I'd lose sight of you really quick because you're so short.
He's just trying to talk her into holding hands again. I kind of figured this would be the right choice, but yeah, reluctantly agree to hold his hand. Hold on to his shirt. In real life, that's what I would probably do. Just hold on to his shirt. Or sleeve. It's annoying, but we can't be wasting our time out here. I somehow managed to swallow my anger and extend my hand towards Moroboshi.
Huh? What's this?
Well, you said we'd get lost if we didn't hold hands.
Huh? Did I really say that?
Yes, it was yesterday. He's so exasperating.
Oh, yeah. I guess I do remember saying something like that. But you were also dead against it. Why the sudden change of heart? I guess we really are getting along.
No, we're not.
Oh, man. What a bummer.
As he said that, Moroboshi grabbed a hold of my hand that had just been expectantly extended into the air. Then we proceeded walking straight ahead. I told you that's not the right way.
Oh, oops.
We'll see the way out if we go straight ahead through here. The ship should be towards...
Hey, Ron! Nanami!
Hey, you two.
I'm glad you're both okay. We were worried that something had happened to you guys when you didn't return to the ship yesterday.
Seriously. However, I definitely wasn't expecting you to show up holding hands.
How embarrassing.
What?
Ouch. What's up? Why are you letting go of my hand all of a sudden?
It sounded like she slapped him to me.
Jeez, just where did you two go wandering off to? We searched so hard for you guys.
She started feeling ill during the shopping. We took a quick break, but then it just started pouring, so we couldn't return right away.
Moroboshi truthfully responded to Otomoru's question, although his statement had omitted some key information, which means that there's no way Otomoru would think he was lying. Did he just cover for me right now?
Ron, you didn't do anything weird to this girl, did you? Of course not.
How can he just respond so casually when he knows he did all of that? Moroboshi looked quizzical. He seems to have noticed me staring at him, but I don't think he knows why. Don't tell me he's already forgotten what he did to me. I wouldn't be surprised, since he can't even remember my name.
Nanami, you reacted oddly to that question. Did something actually happen?
No, not at all.
Whoa, I sense some tension from the Nanami. This is super rare.
Knock it off with the thoughtless comments. So, something did happen then. Come on, spill the beans to your big brother.
I said nothing happened, and I'm not tense.
Nope, you definitely were.
I wasn't.
Oh man, one of the girls is taken now, and I can't seem to get between Miss and Saku either. What a drag, eh, Masa? Masa, what's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Don't look so gloomy, man. You still got Koharu, right? Whoa, I don't look at any of the girls like that. I'm not like you. Hey, man, don't get all serious. I have to balance out your ridiculousness. Come on, we gotta hurry back. Everyone's worried. Huh. They still had their uniforms on, but the transmitters didn't work. Odd.
After we reunited with the others, we started walking back towards the ship. Of course, I kept my distance from Moroboshi. He was lagging back earlier, but he's been keeping up once we met up with the other three. I'm betting that he was just messing around with me earlier. Maybe I should consider picking a new partner. I doubt anyone would really want to partner with Moroboshi, but maybe sticking Yuiga with him would work out best. They are both very coercive, arrogant, and totally selfish. Before I knew that Moroboshi reminded me of someone, and now I figured out that he reminds me of Yuiga. They're both people that I don't mess with. However, Moroboshi is much more stubborn than even Yuiga is. I need to brace myself. What's with all the commotion? It feels different than yesterday.
I heard they found a corpse in the river. It's some guy who lives out in the forest.
My word, how terrible! Maybe he got called out in that sudden rainstorm yesterday and died of exposure.
Well, from what I heard, he died from a blow to the head. There was blood everywhere. The wound was from his forehead, though. If you ask me, I'd wager it's foul play.
Zounds! That sounds absolutely terrible. I hope it's not true. Foul play. A man who lives in the forest. Is the forest they're talking about the same forest we were in? If that's the case, then an overpowering sense of guilt welled up inside. I might have not heard that person scream because I was struggling to deal with all of Moroboshi's stupid behavior. I might have been able to help that poor man if I'd only heard the scream.
Sorry, Nanami, more than likely you were passed out from some drug and Moroboshi was the one who killed the man.
Though I do recall a sound from yesterday. What was it? I can't seem to put my finger on it.
Oh, it was so close.
He gets the keyword kiss?
So, what are you exactly?
Huh? What do you mean?
What did you do with your life up until now? Did you have a job? How did you go through life without remembering anyone's name? You don't do anything that makes sense. Nothing about you at all is even remotely respectable. I don't understand you at all, and I'm trying to figure it all out.
Another one of your angry mornings, huh? Did I do something to you?
I've had to endure an endless onslaught of teasing from Kagami over the night we had to spend together in the city.
Oh, what's he saying?
Nothing. That's why it's so terrible. He's just grinning at me whenever I see him.
Huh? If that's all, then why are you so worried? Besides, nothing really happened anyway.
Nothing really happened. He definitely held me down, and yet he says that nothing really happened. He definitely forgot about everything.
So, tell me how Kagami grinning at you and my life story are connected. You never seemed to care about my past before.
You offered me alcohol, did a bunch of creepy things to me, undressed me. I have to say that was probably the worst day ever.
Creepy things? Did I really? Oh, are you talking about when I pushed you onto the bed and held you down?
What else would I be talking about?
Nothing, I guess. Although, maybe you were upset that something else didn't happen?
I clenched my kunai.
Wow, you take out your blade for anything. You're probably more hostile than I am.
I only act like this towards you.
So,
I'm not sure how to read this sentence exactly. It's
messed up. I'm not sure what they mean by it.
So, you know that it makes it only because you only show me your ill will?
I don't know what they mean by that, honestly. I've been staring at it for a little while and I can't really quite figure it out.
Well then, just know that I could break your skinny arms anytime I felt like it.
It was the worst day, but still, you also saved me out there. I'll do my best to make sure I never have to be rescued again. But in case I am in trouble, I figured out I should know my partner a little better.
Huh. I'm not buying that answer. Stop making it sound all businesslike. Just come out and admit you're curious about me.
I'm not curious about you.
Well, you don't know anything about the other people on board, right? You don't know their past or their lives or any of that. If you're not curious about me, then why do you need to know about me and not about them?
She just said because you're partners and she feels like she should know something about you. She's not partners with anyone else.
I don't know about anyone. I don't intend to ask them about their pasts and what their lives were like before now. I don't ask because I don't want them to ask me. It's not just me, though. The rule on the ship is to not pry into the lives of the others aboard. Everyone probably carries some sort of burden. There's no way that anyone could live anything close to a normal life when they have a power. However, I know for certain that something within me has changed in regards to a certain Ran Moroboshi. Until now, I've been fine with simply monitoring him. I've kept my distance from him so I could keep watch over him. However, because of yesterday's events, the distance I wanted to keep was gone. He breached the borders I had put up. This guy frightens me. No matter how much I try to keep my distance, he just forcefully crosses that gap. No matter how cautious I am, my walls get broken down. I figured if he was going to learn about me, I should know him too. That's how much I fear him. It's only logical for someone to try and learn about the person they fear the most. But I need to make sure that he doesn't realize that I'm scared of him. I need to have defensive plans ready.
You're kind of like a wild animal. It's kind of cute how you're always so cautious and wary.
What do you mean?
Well, it just tells me that you really don't trust too many people.
You're misunderstanding. It's not that I don't trust many people. It's that I absolutely cannot trust you.
Are you sure about that? Well, I feel like you don't trust people in general, not just me. Everyone goes through a lot of painful experiences in life, but it seems like people may have treated you exceptionally cruelly, so now you have trouble trusting everyone.
I need to stay calm. I'm finished if I let him take control. This isn't about me. Why don't you answer the question? If you just don't want to talk about the past, then just say so. I'm not going to force you to tell me.
Oh, have you figured that out? I guess you've gotten a little better. I don't know what you're trying to pry out of me, but you must think that I'm scary even though you don't know anything about me.
You picked it up already.
That's right.
So, what kind of life do you think I've lived up until now? Just take a shot in the dark. Take a wild guess.
I hesitated. Should I answer honestly or not? If I told him I don't have a clue, then the conversation would probably just end. However, if I don't go that extra mile, I wouldn't get anything out of it. I don't like making guesses about people that I find unpredictable. However, I'm pretty sure you've killed some people. My family used to be a shinobi clan, and although they haven't been shinobi for a long time, the village still retains the atmosphere. When I look at you, it triggers a similar feeling to the one I used to have at home.
Is that so? I see. Now that you mentioned it, that might be the familiar feeling I was sensing from you.
He laughed happily.
Oh, that explains it. Guess you can never be too careful about who you know.
Aren't you going to deny it?
What's the point? You're already convinced, so even if I did, you wouldn't believe me.
Moroboshi's observation did nothing but cause more consternation. I don't want to get involved, but there is no other way. I couldn't take my eyes off him, not just because it was my job to surveil him, but more so because I actually thought he was a threat.
I believe Ron is part of today's bath duty, too. but I don't see him anywhere. Would you happen to know where he is?
Oi, Shiranui, that punk's been snatching ingredients again for his little sake snacks. Do something about it, yeah? Hey, so Senri was cowering in his room because he said Ron glared at him. I don't believe that Ron would do anything like that. Especially since he's wearing those sunglasses all the time. How could anyone even know, right? It's probably just a misunderstanding, but could you talk to him and make sure it's all cleared up just in case?
My power, the world, and Moroboshi. I've had so many things to think about recently that I haven't had a good night's sleep in days. The daytime is just this.
Everybody asking her to deal with Ron?
Huh?
I'm not here to be your personal assistant.
What are you so angry about?
I keep getting complaints for all the stuff you've done just because we're paired up.
Complaints? I didn't know that.
First off, have you cleaned the bath?
Nope, I haven't.
Well, make sure you do your fair share of the duties. Lazy people have no right to use the bath.
Huh? Really? That's a pain.
Well then, just make sure...
If that's the case, can you just let me into your side of the bath?
How in the world does that make any sense?
Well, if I can't use the men's bath, that's my only other option, right?
Well, if he doesn't deserve to go in the men's bath for not cleaning it, then why would he be able to deserve to go into the women's bath if he hasn't cleaned the women's bath?
It's not that you don't have any right to use the men's bath. You don't get to use any bath. And why is doing your work not an option to you? Next up, sneaking extra food from the kitchen is... I'm not really at liberty to complain here.
Has he been getting blamed for her stealing food too?
Sneaking food from the kitchen is what?
We'll skip over that one.
Conveniently.
Oh, okay.
Last item, it's about Ichinose. Ichinose was scared to come out of his room because he said you glared at him. Did you really do that?
Ichinose? Who's that?
Ugh, this is pointless.
Is he that blue-haired kid who you're not very good friends with?
No, that person is Shukuri.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't know who this kid you're talking about is, but I would never glare at anyone.
That's probably true, but it couldn't hurt if you did something to get rid of your sketchy image, you know?
Wow, that's pretty harsh of you. Don't I look as normal as everyone else?
I'm pretty sure the problem's that you're always wearing those glasses.
My glasses? I put those on specifically because my friends told me I looked evil without something covering my face.
That's hard to believe.
Really? Why?
I just can't imagine you having any friends.
Oh, Nanami.
Well, I do. Although, they tend not to like me all that much.
Are they really your friends then if they don't like you?
You call them friends even though they hate you.
Yep. I mean, I think of you as my lover, and you're not all that fun. I think of you as my lover, and you're not that fond of me either.
And why do you think of her as your lover? You haven't done anything. It's like just suddenly deciding someone's your girlfriend for no reason at all.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't think that way, and if you ever told anyone that horrible lie, I'd never forgive you for it.
Oh, cold. What exactly do I have to do for us to get along?
We have to say, it's impossible for us two to get along. That would be impossible.
Why?
There's no way I'd ever get along with someone who was only interested in my power.
Even though you consider yourself and your power to be the same thing?
And you're the one who said my power didn't define me.
Yep, I did.
This guy, he does just enjoy messing with others.
So you remembered what I told you. I'm glad.
Ugh,
But yeah, like I said, you and your power are two different things.
There's no reason for us to get along in the first place.
Why not?
Because earlier you said you wanted to be my lover so you could take advantage of my power.
Yeah, I did say that.
I would only ever use my power for the right reason. I don't want to be used by someone who would exploit my powers.
And yet you still follow the world's orders.
The world isn't a human being.
I'd say it's still the same thing.
I just think that it's ridiculous that you want to be someone's lover so you can use them. Just how insensitive are you?
Well, that was a mistake. I never actually intended to say that.
If what he said was a mistake, he must have been...
I just ended up blurting out the truth. I'm not very good at lying.
Great, you just confessed that it was the truth.
The truth.
I should have just told you that time that I liked you, huh? I guess I messed up.
Don't move.
Oh, why not? What are you guys doing?
Hey, you guys get into an argument? You shouldn't be making a ruckus aboard the ship.
That's funny coming from the one person who's always the loudest. It wasn't a fight or anything. She just clawed at me a little.
Stop referring to me like I'm an animal.
Sorry.
Your apologies are even more annoying than your insults.
Wow, it's pretty rare to see you let out your emotions on someone.
That's...
Oh, I get it. You must have gotten that much closer to Ron.
You said it. That's good news, eh?
not at all.
Hey, where are you going?
Otomaru is useless. Even with telepathy, he still can't read people. I'm seething so much hatred for Moroboshi, and he somehow thinks we're getting close. Even worse, Otomaru's the big gossip here. He's probably already spreading rumors that Moroboshi and I are becoming a couple. And since it's coming from Otomaru, everyone's going to trust it. This is probably why everyone started dumping their Moroboshi complaints onto me. I did help cause this misunderstanding myself, but it's an entirely different thing when they view fights as a sign of us being close. No matter what I say to Moroboshi, I feel like nothing I say sinks in. It's so frustrating that I start to yell at him. Huh? I recognize that sound. As I got closer to the stairs, I saw Mikoto. She was practicing with her bamboo sword. Mikoto often trains with a bamboo sword, saying that bodily training aids her power. Although the current strength of Mikoto's power should be more than enough already, I wonder why she keeps training.
Oh, Nanami, is something wrong?
Am I interrupting?
No, I was actually just about to take a break. Oh, this is what I get for taking it easy. My body is unable to keep up now.
Where's Nijo?
Oh, Sakuya, I have no idea. He should be around somewhere.
Did you two get into a fight or something?
Yes, it was his fault. He constantly insists on treating me like a child.
He treats Mikoto like a child.
What? Is something wrong?
I was just thinking how amazing it is that Nijo treats you like a child.
Amazing? It is nothing close to amazing. I can handle anything on my own.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
You seem down. Are you okay?
Why do you keep training so hard? Your power's already great as it is.
I don't know when we will reach our destination, or where I will be sent, but having stronger powers will be helpful in any situation.
You want them to be even stronger than they are right now.
Correct. My power is essential to me.
Mikoto said this in a tone that purposely masked her intent. The amazing thing about Mikoto is that she's not infatuated with her power. Even after so many people have praised her, she is always humble and continues to train herself. Truly ambitious people are very compelling. I feel like any country would want to have your power. But my power is pretty much useless. It can't help anyone. It can only destroy.
Nanami, is this the reason you have such trouble falling asleep recently?
How did you know? You had to share the room with Koharu, remember? She was worried about you. She says that you normally fall asleep within seconds of hitting the sheets, but you were tossing and turning all night. I didn't think she would notice. I'm embarrassed, but at the same time I couldn't help but feel glad. It was nice to know that there was someone out there who was concerned about me. Hey, do you know how many countries there are in the world? Mikoto startled me with this non sequitur. I stammered to find an answer to the question. I have no idea. I'm guessing there are a lot, though. Yup, there are over 100 countries in the world. No matter how peaceful everything seems, every nation is going to have its own issues. I have no idea what kind of power you possess, but just remember that no matter what it is, it will be the solution to a problem somewhere. Mikoto, we are still young, ignorant, and inexperienced. We all make poor choices, but the world is not any of those things. It knows enough to make the right decisions in situations where we would not know what to do. I presume that is another reason that you are here, correct? Yes. Well then, stop making that face. Nobody likes being around mopey pessimists. I'll try to look more optimistic so you won't hate me then. There, much better. Mikoto's right. Left to my own devices, all I can do is worry, but the world is another story. I should trust the world after all.
So if the world ordered you to, you'd be able to take away someone's precious thing. I know you have doubts about the world deep in your heart.
I wonder what Moroboshi would say if he heard what Mikoto just told me. Would he just reply in the same tossed-off way that he always does? Or, what am I thinking? Why would I care at all what he'd say? If I have to pick between trusting one of them, I'd definitely take Mikoto's word over his. Therefore,
Even though you can barely cope with the pain that your superior's orders cause you, you can't bring yourself to disobey. Oh, really? You don't get indecisive or hesitant all on your own? Well then, why are you here?
It resonates in my head. Why does everything he says to me linger on in my mind? Okay, actually we're going to stop here at this point, since we're not in the middle of anything particularly important, and we'll pick this up in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in some of my other videos. I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.